Hello everyone. In today's episode, we are going to design a flyer from start to finish. So, without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so this is the flyer that we are come to design. As you can see, this is an image that I picked from the internet, okay? And I just want to share the step-by-step guide on how you could actually come out with this beautiful flyer that you are seeing on our screen. Alright, so in few minutes, we should be finished designing this beautiful flyer here. All right, so to begin, first what I just want us to do is we need to lock this flyer, so in case when we are trying to move something out of the main drawing board, it won't actually move it. So first, just go to object, then come all the way to lock, then we lock it. All right, but before we do that, let's try to reduce the brightness. Okay, so just click on it, select the transparency tool from the toolbar, then just click on this very first one here. Then let's try to make it something like 80, so it will be a little faint, okay, before we should actually apply the lock. So we go to object, then we come all the way, we look for lock, then we just click on lock. So now this actually is being locked, which means that we can't actually move it. All right, okay, good. Now to begin, first I just want us to begin with a line, a guideline. Okay, so to come out with these guidelines, place your mouse here, click, hold, and drag. You just come out with this grid line. Okay, so that's a guideline. All right. Okay, good. So let me just make sure that it's 4. Then let me just go in for another one, and I'll just bring it here. All right. So this line is actually to guide me on how to get this first layout here. Okay. So I'll drag from the top also to below here, just to get it very nicely. All right, so actually this is how it is. Let's zoom it a little bit by using your the scroller in between your mouse. Okay, that's what I'm just using to zoom in and zoom out. All right, okay, good. Now here, let me just bring one here. All right, so let me also bring one here also, where actually our image will start. Okay, all right. So first thing first, what I just want us to start with is how to just get this design here and stuff. Okay, so to begin, let's zoom this one a little bit, then come to your toolbox here and just pick this rectangle tool, F6 to get it, or you can just go straight ahead and just click on it. Okay, so first we put it here and we drag all the way down here to this length. Okay, all right, so that's one. Let's just make sure that it snaps to the guidelines. All right, let me just drag and make sure that it snaps very well. All right, I'm not going to rush this lesson because I just want us all to actually get the understanding very well. Okay, all right, so let me just pull it down a little bit. Okay, good. Now the next tool that we need to get to be able to create this curve here is called a shape tool. So when you come to your toolbox here, you just pick this shape tool, you right click and you click convert to curves or control Q. All right, okay, good. Now what we need to do here is first, let's try to get the center of this thing. So let's just bring our guideline also to the middle of this particular one. Till the time you see this center appear, then it means that this line actually is exactly in the middle of this object here. Okay, so now let's go in for our shape tool. So first what we need to do here is double click on this line here. Okay, double click. So once you double click, it will just break this. Okay, then what you need to do here, click here, hold down your control whilst you drag it up to fit this line. All right, do same here. Let's just click and just fit it to this line. Okay, all right, good. Now what we need to do is let's try to drag this one down a little bit. Okay, okay, good. Now whilst this one is being selected, go straight to Windows, then come all the way to Dockers. Then let's look for an option called corners. Okay, so this very one, once you click, it will appear here. All right, put your mouse cursor, make sure that this one is being what selected. Click here. Once you click, you see that we actually achieve this one. So if we want to increase it, just keep what increasing the line till the time you see that the curve actually falls in. Okay, all right, so it means that this is good. Then you click apply. Once you click apply, we have actually achieved this curve here. Okay, all right, good. Now we are done with that one. Let's look at this very one here. With this very one also, we go in for our rectangle tool as well. We draw from the top to the bottom here. Okay, to the bottom. Then let's just adjust the line here very nicely. All right, so with this one also, we need this side also to curve, but we are not going to use this one. You can use this one in case if you want to use it, but I just want to show you another way also. Okay, so this one is, I'll go in for my shape tool, right click and convert to curves. Then what I'll do here is, no, with this one I don't need to convert it to curves. Okay, automatically I'll just click on this particular node here and I'll just drag it inside like this. You see, it's also formed the same curve. I'll do same to this one, then I'll just drag it to the top here. You see, very nicely. So we have actually achieved this one also. All right, okay, good. Now the next thing we need to achieve here is we could see some kind of stripes in it with two colors. So in this case, what I just want to do is I just want to unlock the background first, and I just want to decrease the transparency so we could actually see it very clear. So I'll go for 50, which is okay. All right, then I'll just go to object back again, lock, then I'll lock it again. All right, so now we all can see this one very well. So one will ask, how can we get these stripes in here? Let me just show you a simple method how we can actually achieve it. Come to your toolbar here and pick this freehand tool. Okay, just click on it to pick it. So this actually helps you to draw a line. Okay, this actually helps you to draw a line. All right, okay, good. So now let's just delete it. Then what I'll do here is I'll just pick the freehand tool and I'll just put it here and draw a line. Okay, and draw a line. Let me just zoom it so I could actually get an accurate line. Okay, all right, so let's delete it. Let's zoom it big so we could actually see. If the transparency is too dim, you can actually go back there and what decrease it more. So this the line. So just to get this line long enough, hold down your shift key whilst you click and drag. So it will just give you this option. Okay, fine. So now what we need to do here is I'll just drag it here, then I'll right click to duplicate. Okay, right click to duplicate. So when you click hold and drag, don't release the hold and drag, just let your hand be on it whilst you right click just once to duplicate. Okay, just once. So that's actually how I'm just going to use for all. So wherever the line is, that's what I'll do. I'll right click to duplicate. Let me just hold down my shift to extend the line. Okay, all right, good. So now let's zoom in. I'll hold drag and I'll right click to duplicate. I'll do same here. Okay, so this is actually how we could actually achieve that particular line there, but that doesn't mean that we are just going to leave this line long. We'll get rid of it, but I'll show you a method how we could actually achieve it in a very simple steps. Okay, all right, so you right click to duplicate, you drag, hold and drag, you right click to duplicate, hold and drag, and you right click to duplicate, and here we are. Okay, all right, so for us to actually achieve it, this is what we do. We are just going to use some tool. That tool is called smart fill. So let's just adjust the line very well. So when you come down here on this tool here, click and hold, then you have this smart fill here. Just click on it. So I'll click here and automatically I will have the fill. Don't worry about the color. So just click here, okay, here. Let's do the same here, and finally we do same here. Okay, all right, so this is what we have to do. We just have to delete all these lines. So select and you hit your delete key. Okay, this one we are just getting rid of the lines. Okay, the lines. All right, so let's do that. Okay, I think it's left with these last three. Let's do that also, and here we are. Okay, all right, so now you can see that we have actually achieved it. But here, what I'll do here is I'll select both and I'll drag it outside. Okay, so I could actually see the effect of the design. Okay, so now the first color here is this very one. So let's click this one. We want this one to be in front, so you right click, you go to order, then you bring it to front. Okay, so when you just click on it, this one actually will not be what selected. Okay, all right, so let's just click on this, and this is the color that we are using for the top one. I think this is black. So let's come in for this particular tool here. It's called a color eye dropper tool. This actually helps you to sample a color that you want. So this is the first color that we use for this. All right, and you see that the color will be here. All right, okay. Now the next one that we want to use for this one, I just want to pick this color here, this one, and I just want to give it to the background, okay, of this long one. All right, okay, then the next one is I just want to pick this one, then I'll just give it to these particular ones here. Okay, so you can see that we are actually coming out very nicely with the design here. So select everything, then come to the outline here. If yours you don't have it here, just come to the top here, click and go to none. So it means that we are removing the outline. All right, so here what we need to do here is right click and let's group it. All right, that's one. Let's leave it here. Now let's focus on this very one here. What you need to do here is click on the rectangle tool, just draw a line, just draw it like this. Don't worry about the size. So now we can actually adjust it. Okay, then you could adjust this side and you could adjust this side as well. All right, then we have to what, curve the edges. Okay, so to do that, you can use this one. You see how it will go, which is not the ideal design that we want. So the simplest way here is to go for the shape tool. So this time around, you don't click one side. Make sure that all the side actually is being black like this. You see, once I click here, here is white, here is white, here is white. Means that this is the only portion that I have what selected. In this case, I want to select both. So hold down your shift key whilst you click to select all of them. All right, then on one of them just click, hold and drag inside. So you see that all the four corners actually are what being curved gently and nicely. Okay, all right, good. Now we are done with it, but the background actually have to be white, and we have some kind of symbols in there. Okay, I have those symbols there, but let me just give you a site whereby you could actually get all these icons from. It's called a flaticon.com. Okay, once you go there, you could actually get any type of icons that you want. Okay, all right, so I have already downloaded these icons here, but they are in an image form. Okay, and we need to convert it to vector form whereby we can change the color that we want and stuff. So I'll just go to import at the top here, then I'll go to download. Okay, so you could see this, these are the, okay, so I'm just going to show you only one. So let's pick this one and import. So I'll just drag it down a little. I can use this one straight ahead, okay, because it's an PNG. Okay, as you can see. All right, okay, good. So but you can't change the color. Okay, so to do that, while this one is being what selected, come to trace bitmap and just come to outline trace and go to line art. Okay, once it's open, it will actually gives you the same image here. At times we just have to do some kind of one or two adjustments here and there, but in most cases you actually get it the way you want it. Okay, so if we click OK, you see that we don't have anything. So it means that let's come here and just go to quick trace. So once you go to quick trace, this is actually how it's going to be. So with this one, we could remove the fill and we just give it an outline color. Okay, and you can increase it to, let's say, 3 or whatever size that we want. Okay, but you can tell that we are what, missing out something here. All right, so based on how it is, I can use this particular one, but I still insist we just have to get this line art. It should actually work. So let's go to detail. Let's try logo. Let's go for clip art. Okay, let's go to low quality. Let's go to high quality. All right, so center. The issue here is I don't actually I can't actually tell why it's not showing, but these things actually works very easily. Okay, all right, but let me just try another one. Some of them, that's how at times they do behave. Okay, so let's bring in another one too. I'll go in for this particular one, megaphone. Okay, then more time when it's not a PNG image, it actually works faster. Okay, so we go to line art and you see that this one works. Okay, so I just don't know the reason why the other one actually is being stubborn. Okay, so this is actually how you should actually have everything. So once I click OK, you see that once I drag it out, I can give it any fill. Okay, so this is actually how to convert these kind of icons into a vector form. Okay, all right, so now let's do away with all of it. I'll just show you the way how to do that. So I can reduce this one and just bring it here, and I could adjust it to fit the size here very nicely. Okay, actually when I'm just doing video, I just want to explain everything into details. Okay, all right, so now I've shown you how to get these icons and stuff, so I will not waste much more time here. So with the text here, to type in CorelDraw, all what you need to do here, pick this text tool, then you could actually start typing. Okay, so we can tell that the text heading here is what, caps. So what we need to do here, to change it, you could just come to text, then you go to change case, then you can change to uppercase straight ahead. So you could actually give it the bold font, or maybe you can just give it any kind of font face that you want and stuff. Okay, so that's how to get these ones. Okay, so I will not waste much time to do all these step by step, otherwise the video actually will be lengthy and it will be actually boring for some of us. Okay, so what I just want to do, I just want to escape all this. I'll just bring all these text and the icons here at the end of this design itself. Okay, all right, so we delete this one, then with this one we just give it white background, because as that is how it is. Okay, all right, so now let's take it that assuming we are actually done with all these three. So let's just highlight everything. Let's drag, hold, click and drag, then you right click, okay, to duplicate. You right click to duplicate. We do same here, you right click to duplicate. All right, okay, now we can highlight both, then we click this one, then you press C, automatically it will fall here. Okay, remember they are all in the same height, so you will get the same thing. Now let's remove the outline, then you can just come up here and go to none. We have actually get rid of the outline. Okay, all right, good. Now the next thing we need to do here is to get the background design and the rest. So first, what we need to do here is, let's draw this rectangle here for the picture. Don't worry about the size, so let it go down like this. Okay, so now the next one is this very one. So what I want to do here, let's go in for the rectangle 2 again. We draw up to the down here, don't worry, that's it. Then we'll just draw another line also, which actually cover this particular green line here at the bottom. Okay, all right, good. Now what we need to do here is we have to mark the center of this flyer here. So once this actually shows us that this is the center, so we drag our guideline, then we just place it at the center here. Okay, so it means that this rectangle here, we have to convert it to curves. So we just go to convert to curves, then we go in for our shape tool, then you double click here at the top to break it. Okay, let me just put it. Okay, then you hold your control key whilst you drag it down to form this kind of work here. So let's try to adjust this side a little bit. Okay, let's try to adjust it. So I think this also needs a little bit of adjustment. All right, so this is actually how it's actually going to be. All right, okay. Now from here, what we need to do here is remember that we are having some street address and stuff. So let's draw a rectangle from here to here. Okay, then what I just want to do here is I'll just lift it to the top here. Okay, then I'll just give it a white background. All right, then I'll right click and set it to back, to order, so to back of the page. All right, okay. So now we are getting to the edge of how we could actually get rid of the background itself. Okay, so now the next thing we just have to do is this one. Take care of this box here. So you know already, we're going for our rectangle tool. We draw another rectangle to this side. Okay, very nicely. Then we go in for our shape tool. You click this one, you hold down your shift whilst you click on this one also. Then we drag it inside, because these are the only two parts that we want to curve. We don't want to curve this side as well. Okay, all right. So it looks like we are almost getting done. Okay, all right. So this line here, I've shown you. This is the freehand tool. We just pick the line we draw, and you could see that it's a little bit heavy. So we change the line weight to 1. I think 1 is too small. Let's go to 2. All right, I think 2 is cool. But you can tell that the edge here is round. How can we do that? So on your keyboard, press F12. The function keys F12 to bring the outline pen here. So here, what you need to do here is click the middle here and click this very one. You could actually achieve the round curve here. So these are the two tools that we click. Okay, so you click this and then this, and this is actually how you are going to get it. Then we just click OK. Nicely. Okay, so now what we need to do here is we are getting things done with the text. I'll just fast forward it. All right, I just want to show you the steps how you could actually get the design. Okay, all right. So now what I want us to do here is, first let's unlock our main background. Let's unlock it. Okay, so I'll hold down my Alt key just to click the background, because if I didn't hold my Alt and just click, it will select this outline that we just did. Okay, so hold down your Alt key while you click, so it will select this one. Okay, so the Alt key actually allows you to select an object behind object. Okay, all right, good. All right, so this is actually how our design is looking. So with this very one, we just give it this fill, which I think is this very one. Yes. So what we need to do here is we right click and order, we send it to back. Okay, then we have one line here. We give it this color. I think the lighter one. Yes, so that is it. We remove the outline also. So with the outline, I can just come onto this line here and right click. Automatically it will remove the outline as well. Okay, so I can just do that. All right, so the next one that we have here, we have some box here. We could make it white like this, but it's transparent. So you go in for your transparency to you just click on the first one, and we try to justify it a little bit. So let's make it something like 75, which I think would be okay. Okay, or maybe we could go by 60, so it's to look a little bit whitish, or maybe we go 65. Okay, all right, good. So that's it. So the line that we drew here also have this kind of color. So you right click for the outline color, just right click on it, and you could actually get the outline color here. Okay, all right. So now you can tell with this one, I think let's try to reduce. Let's make it 55 and see something. Yes, I think that's okay. That's okay. No, let's make it 65. Okay. In fact, when you are doing the design, it's not anything that you see that you copy. You just have to add your own style to it and stuff. Okay. All right. Good. So now we are left with the image here. I have the image on my other screen. So what I'll do here is I'll drag it directly from my other screen into CorelDraw straight ahead. It works that way. And this is the image, as you can see. So now we just have to get this image inside this box here. So to do that, select the image first, then go to Object, then come to Power Clip and click Place Inside Frame. Then bring the arrow into the frame that you want this image actually should be in. Then just click, just once click, the image actually will be in that particular frame. All right, now we can tell that this image actually is in front of this particular object here. So what we need to do, we have to send this one to back. So you right click, you go to Order, then we send it to back. So this is actually how it should be. Now our image looks too big and stuff. We don't want it to look that way. So what we need to do here is click on it. Then this option actually will appear. Just click on the edit. So this actually allows you to edit the power clip that we do. Okay, so I'll just press P to center the whole image. Then I'll hold down my shift key while I click and hold and drag just to reduce the image drastically. Okay, so once I just let it go, I can click and drag it to the top. Then I can begin to do the adjustment, how I just want the image to look like and stuff. Okay, I just want it to be more at the left hand side. I will just, because remember this design actually will cover from here to here, so it shouldn't actually what cover the image. Okay, so we just drag it, and I think that's okay. Okay, good. Now what we need to do here, once you are done here, just click on finish, and this is actually how it's going to be. So now let's try to remove the outline. I've shown you many ways on how to remove the outline, so I'll just go straight ahead and do that. So this one is the white background. I'll remove the outline as well. Now so far so good. Okay, all right, so what we need to do here is I'll just select everything here, group it, and what I'll drag it into this particular line here. Okay, you let it match with the guideline that we actually did. Okay, so I'll just go there and adjust it very nicely. Okay, good. So this is actually how the design actually is looking. Okay, but we forgot to draw. This one is the box and stuff, and this one is a text. So I will fast forward that. You should actually know how to do this. It's very, very simple. Okay, all right. So the next thing I just want to show you guys here is how to get this logo here done. It's very simple. So let's go in for your ellipse tool. Just hold down your control key just to get a very accurate circle. Then what we need to do here, we'll click and hold, we drag it outside a little bit, then we right click to duplicate. Select everything, come to this board. You see we have weld here and trim. So click on trim. So this one will trim this one. So let's delete this one. So we did this one here, hold down your control key and click here and flip it to the right hand side and right click to duplicate. Okay, so what we need to do here is push it in a little bit, let them intersect each other. Okay, right click, select everything and weld it. Okay, but it seems like the intercept is too much, so undo. Let's try to reduce it a little bit to something like this, which I think is okay. So what we need to do here is we don't trim, but rather you weld it. It means that we are joining it together. Then we give it a white fill. Okay, then we bring it here. That's where you see the white fill. Okay, so here you can actually reduce it, and you could actually click and rotate it the way you want it to be. All right, so this is actually how to get this logo here actually done. Okay, all right, so now the next thing is just the text and everything. So as I said, I will actually fast forward the text and everything just to get this video actually not being lengthy and stuff. Okay guys, All right, guys. So as I said, I'll actually forward it and just make sure that I've actually gotten all the text so that our lesson actually will not be lengthy. So as you can see, I have what fits in every text and everything. Okay, as you can see with the image here. So you see, I've put all the icons and stuff, as I've already shown you that you could actually get these icons all from flaticon.com. Okay, it's very simple. So what we need to do here is I'll just get rid of this image one, as we don't need it anymore. Okay, so I'll just delete it. And all what I need to do here, clear these guidelines here. So to do that, click just one, then use Control A to select all the guidelines and hit your delete key, and automatically you are done with it. So you see, it's looking good. So I'll just align this one to the end. Sorry, not to the end actually. Let me ungroup this one. So I just want this one to align with this particular one. Okay, so when it comes to designing, actually alignment, it's very important whenever you are designing. So guys, this is actually how we came out with this very beautiful flyer design that you are seeing in there, which you can actually design it for a client or whoever, or for your own self. So this brings us end to this episode. So if you really enjoyed it, comment, share, like. Okay guys, and subscribe as well, as this is what actually keeps us going. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned and see you in the next video.